downwards. So you partition the hair into 4 places and use your butterfly clip to hold it in place. Relax with this cream on the scalp. What is the function of this cream again? If you know it, who is answering?
Prevent the relaxer from touching the scalp.
Yes. Not to prevent it from touching the scalp, but to reduce.
To reduce the
That. If you start from the place that is scanty, that place will relax faster. If you start with hair will be slower to relax. So it's always best when you're doing relaxer to start from the hair, place that has larger, higher concentration of hair, so that when you're doing your reduction, this part that is really full will start to process before you get to the part that is scanty. So now let's start to partition to apply relaxer to your hair to ensure that it is evenly distributed. One is the vertical application and the other one is the horizontal application, so that relaxer can be evenly distributed to the scalp. You do not apply it directly in your first application, because for someone who is easily irritated, if you apply it directly, before you go and come back, it has started irritating the person. So you leave a little bit of gap. This thing it will spread downwards gradually. You can see from the application that I'm leaving a little bit of gap downwards. So after applying to each one, we chop it together into the last bundle now. No, and get it over with. Okay, so I'm just smoothing the relaxer into the different hair sections that I partitioned. Now, for the smoothing, you still have to do both horizontal and vertical. So you now start with the first bundle, the one you started with initially. You start from that same place to start smoothing the hair. You either hold the comb. You don't when you're holding the comb for this comb, you don't put it this way. Face it up so you don't scratch the customer's hair, or you don't even bother with the combing. Just use the back of the hair like this and smoothing it. The hair will still relax even without the combing. So you can just do this if you're not sure, or if you know that the person's hair gets irritated easily. There's no need to comb it. So you use the back of the comb to just smoothing it like this. The hair will still relax. So right now I'm not combing. You start feeling irritation. Irritation, tell me, oh, I know what to do. You have to put it to your customers, say, now you dey in charge. Because most of them will just say, no, you never ready, you never relax, I want make you relax well, and their hair will be damaging. Those are the customers that every 2 years they are cutting their hair, because the hair is not, by the time it grows to a certain point, it stops to grow, and then it starts to break because you have over processed that hair. They go and relax the hair, they start straight from the tip. That's not the best for the hair, because you know that the first time you relax your hair, you had already done all the tip. And if you keep applying relaxer to the tip of your hair over and over and over and over again, your hair gets damaged easily. Like I said before, it's chemical. So you need to tread carefully. Once the hair is relaxed, it is already straight. This hair is already straight. So as you're applying relaxer, you're causing more damage. Once in a while, maybe after 3 or 4 retouching, you can decide to apply to the mouth of the tip of the hair. When you're done with applying this bottom towards the end, you can comb it just to brush it straight. But if you leave the cream on it from the beginning, every time you relax, it's not good at all for the hair, because it will continue to cause more damage, because the more you apply, the more processing you're doing. You're processing over and over again. Now I'm done with horizontal smoothing. I'm going to smoothing now vertically. By now, my hair has relaxed. So what is the reason behind vertical and horizontal application?
Relaxer.
Yes, for even distribution of that relaxer. So you can touch everywhere. So it's like when you do the vertical, you apply. When you're doing the horizontal, as you're applying, you're checking whether the thing don't cover everywhere. Secondly, the vertical, the horizontal, when you apply it, the relaxer is not coming in contact with your scalp directly. You know that, right? By the time you're doing the vertical, that's when you're doing horizontal, it doesn't come in contact directly. But it all depends on which one you start with. Some people just decide to start with vertical. So you can choose that you're starting with vertical application before the horizontal. But I prefer to do horizontal before vertical. So now I'm not applying relaxer because relaxer is evenly distributed on our scalp already. Relaxer has covered everywhere. I'm trying to smoothen it so that the hair strands will be straight. Then shampoo called neutralizing shampoo. That shampoo is specifically for relaxer. Then you use the neutralizing shampoo. That shampoo is for relaxing. But when you're washing your hair, there is the moisture care shampoo that you can use. Shampoo depending on your scalp condition. So there are different types of shampoo for different, purposes. So for relaxing, we are going to use what? Neutralizing shampoo. Now this water is warm. You always have to check the water to see whether it is too warm. When you're washing, remember that this was the first application you did. Active. So you have to start with the first active. Good morning. Good morning. You have to start with the first application that you did. Why do you start with the first application? So assuming the hair is timed, yeah, you did this application for 5 minutes. Then you move to for this bundle. Then you move to the second bundle and you start to apply. It means that 5 minutes ago, this one was already relaxing. So when you're washing, you have to start from the first one that you started and you're relaxing with. And then move gradually across the 4 sections to the last one. After you have rinsed it, then you can start applying shampoo. Who was in the last class for washing? I said that you check if the shampoo is watery or it's a bit, so it's solid. You can apply, rub together and apply. And also because I'm sitting her with the steamer is hot. I also need to protect her ears. So I'll use this to cover, make sure I cover her ears as well. So if there is no steamer, you can do this and she will sit according to the time that is on the deep condition. If it says 5 minutes, 5, if it says 45 minutes. Now if it says, sometimes it says if your hair is damaged, use it for 45 minutes with heat. That's when you now put the person in the steamer. For if you don't have a steamer, you want to have Okay, so this size now, this is medium. If I turn it this way, it's very hot. I prefer to do the medium because already our hair is not even a very thick hair. So if I do this, if I use this hot area, it's like there's a possibility that the heat will be too much for her. So I drop to medium, and then this is the timer. So for her, I would like to do 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So you can see this is 10 here. In between 10 and this is what number is here?
20.
It's 20. So I want to do 15. That means it's in between.
Yes.
So I'm going to steam my hair for
15 minutes.
So after 15 minutes, this timer will cover. You can do